what's any good book about? It's a book about life, choices and consequences. For instance, Melville's Moby Dick. What's that book about? Some say it's just a book about a man's chase for a white whale. Well, if you had to simplify my book in those terms, my book's about a letter that I've written to my son, my young son. Right and wrong, the human spirit. It's about all those things. Well, as described in the book, my young son Colby was taken from me when he was only 3 years old. That was 8 years ago now. And as you might imagine, I spent many sleepless nights and days thinking about him, wondering if he's okay. You know, trying to remember the smell of him when I hugged him. Trying to remember his laugh when I tickled him. Or the inquisitive look in his eyes when he would ask, "Daddy, why does this happen?" Or, "Daddy, what is this for?" And I just imagined that he would continue to have many questions about life, and particularly about what happened in our lives. And so I wanted to try to provide some of those answers. Well, I'm getting older now, and I guess I'm beginning to, or I recognized a noticeable decline in my own health. And I guess my own awareness of a definitive and perhaps rapidly approaching conclusion to my own path in life fueled a fear in me that my boy may never have many of his own questions answered. And I wanted him to be provided to Daddy's answers to those inevitable questions, even if I was no longer around to provide them. Well, for me, the immediate impact would be a peace of mind, I suppose, in knowing that the answers that a daddy could provide his son had been documented and placed somewhere for him to read at his convenience. I think the more long-lasting impact would be a reminder, a renewed awareness for all of us about who we are. And a letter to CAS reminds us of sometimes the ugly side of mankind that we need to be reminded of from time to time. And I think it's particularly important that we learn from our mistakes, and especially when it comes to our own children. As a writer, I think most writers hope that their target audience is everybody, as do I. But in my case, particularly those that find themselves in life from time to time going through struggles and hardships that they don't understand and can't explain. We need documented accounts of these types of things happening, so we don't think it's just us. It's sort of an affirmation that these types of things happen in life. They've happened to others. They will happen to you too at some point. And so I think that certainly they will be the most touched by the book. I cried again last night. Not that unusual, really. My prison of the heart is deep, dark, and oppressive as it was over 8 years ago when the cell door of our prison of confinement first closed.